What we're looking at here is the wall for a room addition. This was a detached garage, and this was the existing home, and we filled a room in here, put a two-story up here. And the hold downs for the HDs were a little too low. And I know what the reason is, and this is a common mistake builders seem to make, is they end up making them the same height as the anchor bolts. And this one, actually, we were allowed to put an extension on. So this was just a double threaded nut. We threaded it on and then threaded in another all thread, cut it and put it in. But this isn't going to be the case all the time. This, I believe, is like an HD2. It's a real small one. And so it's not a real heavy duty. We have HD9s, which are huge. And I don't think you'd be allowed to put an extension like this on there. So be warned. If you are going to put these in, make sure that they are going to be at the right height. And of course, make sure that they are going to be in the right location also. You can see here where this one should have went over here. And, this actually should have been moved over to about here. And you would have had a full-length trimmer and then two king studs, not this right here. So this is actually something that would have been better if this was actually in the right spot. But what are you going to do? I think the trick to being a master carpenter is knowing how to fix some of this stuff. But like I said, this might be a little forgiving when you have smaller hold downs. But when you get into larger ones, they're not going to want this. They're going to want the hold down bolt that goes into the concrete footing to be in the right spot and in the right location and the right height. Everything has got to fit perfectly. And you can see right here, one of these is probably the hold down. I don't know if you can see it over here, but they're the right height. I mean, they're at the same height. Someone just made a mistake and put them, thought they were anchor bolts and didn't need to go up any higher. And that's not the case. Here they are again. So I'd imagine we got an anchor bolt, and you can see the little S bolt here for the HD. So right height, make sure that they aren't, if you do something like this, make sure you check everything. Now I'm going to throw something in here that some of you might not really like to hear, but wouldn't be a bad idea to have someone double check all of the locations and the height of these bolts before you actually pour the concrete. So I'm going to leave you with that. Something to think about. If you can, have someone double check it. If you can't, if you're working by yourself, I suggest that you do it the next day. You get up early in the morning, get a fresh mind, and get the plans out and double check everything. And again, if you're doing it yourself, you're going to have to put a little thought into it, because it's not hard for us to think that we already did it right the first time. But checking the location, that's going to be vital. Checking the location and checking the height. What good's it going to do you one without the other? If it's in the wrong spot, but it's the right height, it's not going to do you much good. If it's in the right spot, but it's the wrong height, it isn't going to do you much good either. So I will leave you with that. Don't forget to check out more videos at this link. You can also visit the website. The upper left-hand corner should be a button marked videos. Put together a list of videos that you might have a difficult time finding on YouTube. So organized list in different categories. Go check it out.